What's up guys, right here. So today I'm going to be talking about your hearing and why you should or shouldn't wear earplugs while riding, and why I personally do. So let's get into it. So number one, I do ride with earplugs, and I almost have to, just because of the fact that my exhaust is so freaking loud. Like, of course, the GoPro isn't going to pick it up a whole lot, but if you ride an R3 and you have the M4 Street Slayer, you know that without the baffle, even with the baffle, but without the baffle, this exhaust is so loud. And I can almost attest that loud pipes save lives. Maybe not save lives, but they definitely get people looking. After I put this exhaust on, I had people, like, you know, I'd be coming up behind the car and I would see them looking in the mirror, looking around, trying to figure out what the hell that noise was. So it definitely will alert people that you are around. But riding long distances with this exhaust, without earplugs, man, like my morning commute to work, or my daily commute to work without earplugs, by the time I get to work, take the helmet off, and I just have this drone in my head. You know, I gotta pop a couple, you know, ibuprofen when I get to work, because it's just like, ah. So for me personally, I have to wear earplugs now, and especially with this helmet, I have to wear earplugs with this helmet because this is a dual sport helmet, so it's not made to really do, you know, highway speeds, because it has so many angles and ports, exhaust vents, so it catches a lot of wind resistance, and especially, you know, with my whole, you know, thing I got on the front here, it is definitely loud in the helmet. So sometimes you'll see me wearing my other helmet, and I call that my long distance helmet because it's a lot quieter than this one. But with earplugs, I could wear this for, you know, however long I need to ride now. And now this is going to pose an issue. Now, in the past, if you wanted to ride and listen to music, you used to have to try to put, you know, your Apple earbuds in or whatever. And this is an issue because I found that when I wore my, you know, my earbuds, when I put the helmet on, they would try to yank out, or they might feel tight. You know, I put the helmet on, they might feel kind of good, but as I rode, they just got looser and looser to the point where I couldn't even hear my music on the loudest setting. Now again, I don't know if this is true for you guys. You know, I'm sure some of you have tried it, you know, didn't work, did work. You know, let me know in the comments down below. But for me personally, regular earbuds and motorcycles and helmets do not mix. They just fall out, you can't hear anything. And this really is a problem when, you know, you have GPS on in your ear and, you know, you're trying to figure out where your next turn is and you can barely hear it either over your exhaust or over the wind in the helmet. So this is why I suggest Plugfones. And I came across these on Suburban Delinquent's website, and, you know, I really, when I first seen them, I was like, that is actually a really good idea, because what they are, they're earplugs, but they're headphones also. So they come with two little adapters, or not adapters, but they come with two squishy earpieces. You can either go with the foam, or you can go with like a silicone earplug, and I'll show you the different pictures and stuff. But my God, you guys, like right now I don't have any music on, but when I do have music on, it's so clear. You could hear, it's so nice. Like I can't really explain it without you guys actually listening to it firsthand, but it's so clear, it's so nice. And now this is going to pose a little bit of an issue, because I know that in some states you cannot wear earplugs while you're riding. It's against the law. I don't know what the law is in Wisconsin, but whatever. I'm more worried about my own hearing rather than, I don't know, who's gonna pull you over and inspect to see if you got earplugs in? I mean, they might see, you know, the cord coming out of your helmet if, you know, you got the plug phones in, but I really highly doubt that anybody's gonna fault you over that. So I'm gonna go down a pros and cons list now of why plug phones are an awesome, great thing to wear, or why they might not be a good fit for you. Now, number one is if you have a Senna Bluetooth. Senna, whatever. If you have a Bluetooth, you might not be able to hear the people so well. But then that brings a different question. Is, do the Sennas have a different port where you could actually wear earplugs? I don't know. I mean, that would be really cool if they did, because these would just be awesome then, because that's the number one thing why holds me back from getting a Senna is I had one of the knockoff Bluetooth headsets, and even on the highest volume, I couldn't hear anything, or I couldn't hear much. I could barely hear anything. But now, I swear, if I had a Bluetooth headset that allowed me to receive and make calls, but having the plug phones in, oh, I would be golden. It would be perfect. But I don't know if they do. So maybe somebody could help me out with that. Now the second thing is, I've heard from bikers elsewhere that they don't like wearing full face helmets because they can't hear everything around them, and they can't, you know, they don't feel as connected to the road and as connected to, you know, actually being able to hear everything and whatnot. Well, in a way, I think that's bullshit, because you're kind of taught in your motorcycle courses that you're supposed to look down at your mirror like, I don't know, every 30 seconds or so. And these plug phones, they're not so quiet that you wouldn't be able to hear, like, you know, a police car or ambulance or fire truck. You would definitely be able to hear that. But again, some people are kind of sensitive to that kind of thing. And this is a pro right now. It's a pro and a con. I'm doing about 56 miles an hour, and right now I hope it doesn't, but my microphone might be picking up some wind noise. With the plug phones, I can't hear any wind noise. I could just kind of hear the buffering and feel the buffering on my helmet, but I can't hear anything. So it's a pro that my hearing is intact, but it's a con that I can't really tell if it's so windy that it's gonna be messing up my microphone. And at this point, I really don't know if there are any other cons to wearing either earplugs or the plug phones. Because right now, you know, like I said, I don't have any music on, and everything is nice and quiet. You know, I can hear myself talk, I can hear the bike, but as far as hearing other cars around me, I mean, even without earplugs, I couldn't really hear other cars. You know, you look in your mirror, you turn your head, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep your head on a swivel and look around, you know, actually look with your eyes as far as seeing danger. That's why I kind of call on those guys who don't like to wear helmets or don't like full face helmets, because they say, you know, they aren't as alert. But whatever, it's personal preference. I don't care. You know, I mean, as long as you wear a helmet, that's all I care about. Now, I don't care what kind of helmet you wear. I prefer full face, but, you know, I don't care what kind of helmet you wear. Just as long as you got something on your lid. Now, another upside to these plug phones is, I mean, I've felt the wire tug a couple times. I've felt the wire tug a couple times, but it hasn't pulled out. Pulled out. So it hasn't pulled out of my ear, and that's an issue that I would have with regular headphones. Is as soon as I would feel, you know, maybe the wire tug a little bit, they would just start coming right out of my ear. But these, I've tried both the silicone and the foam. I personally like the foam better because I feel like it actually plugs up your ear better, because the silicone one, it plugs really well, but sometimes when you turn your head or, you know, manipulate your helmet a little bit, it can kind of mess up the plug just a bit, just a little, but it still stays, you know, nice and plugged up. But of course, one thing you could do to help with wind noise is to get a better helmet. I was on Revzilla kind of looking at helmets before I got these Plugfones. This was quite a few months ago, but I was on Revzilla because I just got so sick of all the wind noise and I wanted a quieter helmet. So I was looking at different helmets, you know, that were really quiet, nice, you know, but of course they were going to run you, you know, $250, $300 upwards. You know, it seemed like anything under $250, you know, the wind noise rating was mediocre. But of course, with a more expensive helmet, in theory, you're getting better protection. So in closing, guys, I really recommend getting you a pair of Plugfones. You could probably go to their website, or I ordered mine from suburbandelinquent.com. So if anything, if you're a fan of Sub D, go to his website, grab yourself a hat or a t-shirt, and pick up some Plugfones. They're only 29 bucks. You know, they came within about a week, and honestly, I'm actually thinking about getting another pair, just as a backup in case I forget these somewhere, that I can actually keep another pair, you know, in my backpack or something, just so I have it. That is how much I love these Plugfones. Please don't pull out. Please don't pull out. Man, if you guys, if you got Instagram, go over to my friend, the Braps. Well, it's actually Mr. Brapbarian. It was on his Instagram. God, it was one of the scariest things that I've seen happen to any of my motovlogging friends. He was following his wife. His wife was in their SUV, and he was on his WR250. And this woman just pulled out from a stop sign, and Mrs. Brap, oh my God, Mrs. Brap, you have freaking ninja-like Jedi reflexes, okay? Because I mean, I don't know how she didn't hit you. It was so scary. But go check out the video on Mr. Brapbarian's Instagram page. Alright guys, so if you have any questions about these Plugfones, please feel free to drop down a comment. Please like the video if you did enjoy it, if you're thinking about getting yourself a pair. If you have any other questions, you could always feel free to email me, or, you know, send me a message on my YouTube or Instagram, whatever. But I'm here to help you guys. So until the next video, I love you guys. Get out here and ride. Get yourself some Plugfones. Protect your hearing. Because otherwise, in a couple years, you're going to be saying, what? Huh? Who? What? All right. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.